Hi, I'm Becky Rival. I'm here at the Rehab Institute of Michigan, and I'm here to guide you through a gentle, adaptive chair yoga practice. Our chair yoga practice is brought to you through the RIM Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that has funded a grant for us to be able to provide adaptive yoga out in the community for people with injuries or disabilities. So, grab your chair, grab your mat, grab your props, and come join me. Let's begin our practice in seated mountain pose. So we're going to find a nice, comfortable chair that is sturdy, no wheels. And then we want to find a position in our chair where we feel very comfortable. So if you look down here, I have my feet onto some props here. We want to make sure that our knees are going to be in line with our hips so that we have a nice, firm, stable seated posture. So in order for me to achieve that, I placed my yoga blocks here down onto the mat, and then I'm placing my feet up on top of that. So from here, once we get settled into our seat and we're comfortable, we're going to find a nice relaxed position. We're going to put our hands into our laps, and we're going to begin with a nice, easy breathing exercise. So if you wish to close your eyes here, go ahead and do so. We'll all take a nice big inhale through our nose and exhale out our mouth. And then from here, with our eyes closed, let's start to focus our attention inside. And we'll take a few moments here just to breathe. Maybe noticing the air coming in and out of our bodies. Taking a few moments to check in with yourself and see how you're feeling today. Maybe taking a few moments to lengthen that breath, making your inhales just a little bit longer, and then your exhales just a little bit longer. And that's it. Nothing else. Just breathing. Nice long inhale in, and a nice long exhale. Very easy, very natural. Let's gently start to open up our eyes, and let's hang on to those nice long inhales and exhales. Breathing really deep in through the nose and out of the mouth. We'll continue our breath and keep our inhales nice and long in through our nose and out through our nose. We're going to start to add some gentle movements to our practice here. Our first pose is going to be mountain pose. So at the beginning of the practice, we have already positioned our hips and our feet so that we're in nice alignment through our hips. We're like nice and settled with our seat bones firmly into our seat. We're going to bring our arms out to the side. And from here, let's lift up our shoulders and then roll them back. Palms will face up. Chest is lifted. Spine is long. This is our seated mountain pose. From here, we're going to start adding a little bit of movement. So on our inhale, let's gently bring our arms up. And exhale, bring our arms back down. One big inhale to raise those arms up. And a gentle exhale to bring them back down. And one more time, breathing in, drawing tall, raising those arms up. And exhale, those arms back down. body and our torso and our spine through 3 different planes of motion in order to warm up our body before we get into deeper into our practice. So from here, let's inhale, let's bring our arms all the way up. And then on our exhale, let's bring one hand down onto our armrest here. And then our opposite arm is going to inhale, come all the way up, and we're going to side bend over to the side. Now if you feel that you can go a little bit further, you can reach your hand down onto the floor or onto a stool here or onto a block. And then let's breathe in, coming back to the center. Exhale, let's side bend over to the reaching up and over. Now be careful, watch your shoulder here. We don't want to roll our shoulder forward. We want our shoulder to be up and back and over. And if your arm doesn't feel comfortable up here, it's okay to rest your fingertips onto your shoulder and just lift the shoulder. And then let's breathe in to center. Let's take our arms, we'll circle our arms all the way up, breathing in. And then from here, let's exhale, we'll bow down forward, all the way down to the floor. If it's available to you, go ahead and bring your fingertips down to the floor towards your feet. If it's not, we can bring our elbows to our knees. Same pose, same forward fold. We're just taking it where our body wants to go. In, let's circle our arms all the way back up. And then as we breathe out, let's bring our hands back behind our chair. And then lift our chest up. And this is our modified back bend. Your gaze can be up to the ceiling. Be careful about dropping your head all the way back. You want to protect your neck. So just go where your body's telling you. Don't push yourself into any stretch that doesn't feel comfortable, or if it's painful, please back off. And then let's breathe in, bring those arms all the way back to the front. And place them back. From here, we're going to rotate. So we're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it over onto our left armrest. And then our left arm, our right arm is going to go all the way down. And then we'll breathe in, come back into the center, and switching our hands out. So opposite hand to opposite armrest or opposite knee. And then bringing your other arm back. Further warm up, we're going to do a couple modified sun salutation A's, and so I'll talk you through them. We'll go through them very slowly at first, and then we'll pick up the speed as we repeat the poses. Okay. So the way sun salutation A goes is we're going to inhale up, and I'm going to exhale, fold forward. So remember when you folded forward before. If it's okay to reach down towards your toes and your body feels okay to do that, that's fine. If not, you can fold forward to your elbows to your knees. When we catch our next inhale, we're going to come halfway up, placing our hands on our knees, bringing our chest forward, pulling our shoulder blades back and down our back. So this is what we would call halfway up. And then when we exhale, we're going to fold forward all the way back down, maybe just a little bit deeper. When your next in-breath comes in, breathe in, circle those arms all the way up, raising up. And then let's exhale, drawing those hands down to your heart. And that was our sun salutation. Ready to repeat it? let's go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. When you breathe in, come halfway up. Bring your chest up. Pull those shoulder blades back. And then exhale, fold forward one time, all the way down. And then when you breathe in, come all the way up, circling those arms all the way up overhead. And then exhale, hands to your heart. One more time. Breathing in, circle up. As you breathe out, bow forward. On your next in breath, peek forward, halfway up, chest will come out, shoulder blades will go down your back. And then exhale, all the way back down. And then breathe in, come all the way back up. Circle those arms all the way up over your head. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Oh, good job. All right, let's move on. We're going to move on to a little sequence. We're going to go through a couple warrior postures. We'll go through them one by one. We'll set them up very slowly. Make sure that you have the right positioning. Make sure that you're comfortable in it. And then as we go through the postures, then we're going to start hooking them together. Okay? So our first posture is what we want to call a modified warrior one posture. The way that that posture looks is we would inhale, we'll circle those arms up. And if we gaze up towards our hands, our palms are facing each other. Our hands are apart, not touching. Okay? And then from here, lift up those shoulders and then pull those shoulders down. There you go. So now your arms are nice and firm into the rest of your torso. From here, take your belly and just pull your lower belly in. And maybe lift up the pelvic floor just a little bit. Okay. And then holding that, lean forward just a little bit. Maybe bring your back off the chair if it's available to you. And that's where you breathe in. Okay. And then exhale. Release those hands down. Okay. Pretty easy, right? Ready? Let's go on to Warrior 2. This is Warrior 2. We're going to breathe in. Our arms will come up. And then we will bring our arms down to the T. To the side. So if we have weakness on one side or if your arms are a little bit lower, that's okay. If you want to bring your fingertips to your shoulders and just bring your elbows up, that's okay too. So Warrior 2, we're going to rotate so that one hand is forward, one hand is back. You pick a side, we're going to do both sides. That's Warrior 2. And then let's breathe in, come back to center. And then this time I'm going to do a little bit modified pose here. And then let's rotate. Back to center. And then bring your hands down. Warrior 2. And now we're going to go into revolved warrior. So here, let's place our hands onto our lap. And then on our inhale, we're going to circle that left arm all the way back behind us. Now this is where you want to use the back of your chair. Go ahead and lean onto the back of the chair. There you go. And let the arm just come right down. And then the arm that's in front, your right hand, you're going to flip that palm up and you're going to inhale, raise that palm all the way up towards the sky. And this is your revolved warrior. And then from here, let's windmill both those hands and down to our knees. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So let's inhale, bring that right arm back. Flip the palm of your front arm. And then inhale, raise it up. Gaze up towards those fingertips. And then let's exhale. Roll those hands all the way back down. Those were the warrior postures that are going into our sequence. So are we ready to move them all together? All right, here we go. So we'll start out slow. We'll hook all three of those postures together, and then we'll kind of pick up the pace a little bit. We'll do it a couple times, okay? So we're going to start with our warrior one. So inhale, arms will come up, palms face each other. Pull in that low belly, lift that pelvic floor, and then lean forward just a couple inches. Warrior one. And then inhale, come back. Let's drop our arms down. Preparing for warrior two. Let's rotate so that your right fingertips are forward. Left hand is back. And then let's helicopter those arms back to the center. And then helicopter so that your opposite hand is forward. Hands down to our knees. Identify your left hand. We're going to bring that left hand, we're going to swing all the way back behind us. Flip the palm of the right. Raise it up again. And then windmill those hands all the way back down. And switching sides. So now the opposite arm is going to wheel back behind you. And the front arm is going to come up. Gaze down towards those fingers. And then wheel those hands all the way back down. How'd you do? Okay. Just do it again. Let's breathe in. Arms will come up. Palms face each other, pull the belly in, and lean forward just a little bit. And then coming back to center, dropping those arms down to your side. And then let's rotate so that your right hand's forward and your left hand's back. Warrior two posture. Let's helicopter those hands. Helicopter them again. There we go. Warrior two on the opposite side. And let's helicopter back to the center. Bring our hands down to our knees. Wiggle your fingers on your right, on your left hand. Got those fingers. Okay, and then bring them all the way up. Back behind your chair, preparing for revolved warrior. Flip the palm of the front hand, raise it up and back. And then let's exhale, windmill those hands back to your knees and changing sides. Raising that right arm up, bringing it back behind you on the chair, flipping your front palm up. Hands all the way back down to your knees. Before we do one more set of that, let's go and do a cat-cow just to kind of reset our spine and reset our body. So the way that the cat-cow posture goes is as you inhale, you want to grow long, and want to lift up through the chest. You want to lift your chin up and gaze up towards the sky. And that's the cow pose. And on your exhale, you want to start to round your spine. If you can start from the tailbone and then rounding the chest in, and then bringing the chin in at the end. This will be our cat pose. So as you inhale, you grow tall, long, lifting up, gazing up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, rounding, curling, rolling, tucking your chin in at the end. Breathing in, growing long and tall. One more, just like this. Gazes up. And breathing out, curling in, rolling in. Roll those shoulders in, tuck the chin at the end. And then breathe in, come back up to a neutral position. All right, one more time on our warrior sequence, and then we're going to move on and do a couple stretches to our lower body, and then we'll be ready for our cool down. So, good job, you guys. All right, here we go. Back to where we were before. We're going to inhale, circle those arms up. Palms are going to be facing each other. Pull that lower belly in, and then lean forward a couple of inches. See if you can get your back off of the chair just a little bit. And then breathe in, back. We're going to drop our arms to the side, preparing for warrior 2. Rotate so that your fingertips are forward. And you can pick a side, right or left, it doesn't matter. We're going to do both sides. And then we're going to rotate back to center. And then we're going to helicopter so that the opposite arm is and back to center. Dropping our hands onto our lap. From here, wiggle the fingers on the left hand. And then take that left hand and bring that arm all the way back behind you. And then lifting up the right arm. There you go. Make sure your palm is facing back. There you go. Get a little bit more rotation into that arm and that shoulder there. And then we'll nail our arms back down to our legs. And then this time wiggling the fingers on the right hand. Let's bring that right arm all the way back behind us. Flip the palm off of the left hand. Raise it up and back. And then we're going to exhale. We'll nail those hands back down to our hand. Good job, you guys. So the next segment of our class, we're going to work on the lower body a little bit. So it's not necessary that you have a stool, but it might be helpful to have a little stool, or if you want, you could have a chair in front of you. Okay? Or if you want to choose to just use your blocks that you have your feet resting on, that's okay too. Okay? So, sitting in our chair here, we're going to take our right leg, we're going to raise that right leg up, and we're just going to bring our hands underneath the bottom of it, and we're just going to move it around a little bit. So let's just circle it to the right. And circle to the left. And then take that leg and stretch that leg all the way out in front of you, nice and long. So you see I have my foot on the stool. I'm going to give you a couple other options. So you can just put your block out a little bit further in front of you and rest your foot onto the block too. If you want it up a little bit higher, you can stack 2 blocks. Okay. Or or you can put a chair right in front of you and just rest your leg right up onto the chair. Okay. So wherever you feel comfortable, whatever feels like a really nice height for you. I like the height of the stool. So we'll raise our right leg up. We're gonna roll it around a little bit. And then we're gonna reverse that direction. And then we're gonna take our right leg and we're gonna stretch it out in front of us, placing it onto our stool. And then from here, we're gonna fold forward over top of that leg. So let's lift our chest up. And then as we exhale, let's just bow over that leg. Let's keep our chin up. Our gaze will still be forward. And then let's try drawing those toes back just a little bit if that's available to you. If you have a strap and you want to use that, you can put that around the ball of your foot and use that to draw your toes back. Okay. Gaze is still up. Noticing the sensation, you're probably feeling this on the back of your leg. And then when you're ready, slowly draw your chin down to your chest. And notice how that changes the dynamics of this posture and where you're feeling it. And let's release. Coming back up. Put our strap over to the side. Let's draw that knee back up towards our chest. And if you want to circle it around to the right, circle it around to the left. And then from here, we're going to take our heel and we're going to put that onto the opposite knee. If this is not comfortable for you for your hip, you can straighten your left leg out, and then you can put your heel onto that knee. If it doesn't feel comfortable this high up, play with it because you can cross up the ankles too. So from here, lift up nice and tall, and then we're going to fold forward over top of this hip. Coming back up, opposite hand to opposite knee, rotating. And then let's come back to the center and release the head down. And then let's switch sides. Bring the left leg up. Reverse that. And then from here, we're going to lift that leg up. We're going to cross that ankle onto the knee. And again, remember your modifications. If you want to keep the block underneath your foot, you can do that. If you want to stretch your leg out in front of you onto the bed or a chair or a stool, you're welcome to do that. Okay. Inhale, grow nice and long. Exhale, bow forward. Taking a few breaths here just to allow the hips to open up. Allow the back to lengthen. All the way back up. Your opposite hand is going to go onto this knee, and then we're going to rotate ourselves forward. Coming back to the middle, releasing that leg down. Good job, you guys. You've worked really hard. We're going to start our cool down now. So let's find our stable, comfortable seated position. where we're in really nice alignment with our hips. So as we talked about at the beginning of class, that if our knees were a little bit lower than our hips, that we would want to place them up onto a block. Okay? And we want to make sure that our knees are going to be in alignment with our hip bones here. And that's going to give you a nice, stable, comfortable seating surface, and it's not going to strain your back. So, going back to the postures that we started with at the beginning of class, let's take our breath in. We're going to inhale. We'll circle those arms up over our head. Good. And then let's breathe out. Bring those hands back down. Over to the side. Good. Okay. And then inhale. Let's bring those arms up. And breathe out. And one more time. Nice, big, long breath. Prepare for a side bend. So we'll put our right arm onto our armrest. Okay? And if you don't have an armrest, if you are leaning, or if you have a stool or a couple of blocks, yoga blocks, you can use those. And then bending over to the right. So right hand supported. Your left arm is going to raise up. And then try to keep that shoulder, don't let it round forward like this, want to bring that shoulder up and back. And it's coming from the side. So this is one position where my hand's on the stool. If you want to keep your arm on your armrest, it's just as effective. Go where your body feels it needs to be. Switching sides, we're going to bring our left arm down, and I'm going to show you I got my fingertips onto the yoga block here, and then my right arm is going to sweep up and over, and again, don't let that shoulder fall forward, and hold that shoulder up and back. And coming back up to center. Exhale, bring our arms down. From here, we're going to go into our forward fold, so we'll breathe in. And then exhale, fold forward. So remember where you feel comfortable in your forward fold. If you feel comfortable bringing your arms all the way down to your feet, or down to the block, or down to the floor, that's okay. If you're comfortable with elbows to your knees, that's okay too. Up, and then we're going to bring our arms back behind our chair, and then lean all the way back in your chair. Make yourself comfortable, lift that chest up, gaze up towards the ceiling. And this is our supported back bend. And then let's inhale, and we'll bring our hands back up. Back down to our left. And we're going to go into a rotation. So we're going to take our left hand and we're going to put it on our right armrest, or it can be on the right side of your leg too, if your chair doesn't have arms. And then we're going to rotate over to the right. And see if you can gaze over that right shoulder behind you. Back to center. We're going to switch sides, so left hand onto left armrest, and then right hand onto left armrest, and then left arm behind you, rotating over to the left. And back one more time with that sequence, and then we'll go into our final pose, what we call Shavasana, where we rest and reap the benefits of our practice. So let's inhale, circle our arms up. Exhale, side bend right. Breathe in, come back to the middle. Exhale, side bend left. Breathe in, back to center. Let's exhale, fold forward. And then breathe in, circling those arms all the way back, all the way behind you. Lean back in your chair, feel nice and supported. Lift your chest up and your gaze up towards the ceiling. To your lap. We're going to rotate over to the right. Bring your left hand over onto your right armrest. Rotating over to the right. And then bringing ourselves back to center. And then rotating over to the left. Bringing the right hand onto the armrest on the side of your leg. To center. Release. So from here, let's find a nice comfortable position. We're going to be sitting in our chair, our legs are going to be well supported. And then from here, this is our final resting pose of Shavasana. So we want to be very comfortable. We want to feel very supported. So take a few minutes to wiggle around in your chair, lean back onto the backrest of your chair. Your elbows can rest onto your armrest with your palms up, or if you choose to have your hands in your lap, wherever you choose to place your hands, just make sure that your palms are up in a gesture of receiving the benefits for this practice. So we'll end with a little bit of a breathing exercise. So we're going to start out with a cleansing breath, where we're going to inhale through our nose. And then we're going to exhale in our mouth. And then right now, I just want you to let go of your breath. And we're going to begin a breath called 4-7-8 breath. And this breath is a breath that's used for relaxation and stress reduction. And the way that this breath goes is we will do an inhale for a count of 4. We'll hold it for a count of 7, and then exhale for a count of 8. We begin all of our breathing exercises with a cleansing breath, so let's inhale through our nose, and exhale out our mouth. And we'll breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice big inhale in and an exhale out. And here, take a few moments to systematically relax your body. So starting from your feet, relaxing your toes, toes, relaxing your feet. Taking a few minutes to breathe into your ankles and your lower legs. And exhaling out. Letting those legs feel heavy. Relaxing the top of your legs, relaxing your thighs. Taking a few minutes to just allow your hips and your sit bones to feel a little bit heavier into the chair. Relaxing your belly, relaxing your shoulders. Allowing those arms to rest. Unclenching your jaw. Allowing your back of your face to relax. Relaxing your eyes. Start to wake ourselves up. Maybe bringing our awareness back into this room. Maybe noticing the sounds around you, maybe the scents. Taking a few moments to bring your awareness back to your own body. Noticing how it's feeling. Notice if there's any changes from the beginning of your practice to the end of your practice. Begin to invite gentle movements back into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, maybe gently moving your head side to side. Gently start to open up your eyes. And then from here, let's take a big inhale, circle those arms all the way up over our head, big long stretch. And then exhale, draw those hands down to our heart center. Bow our heads in a gesture of gratitude to send gratitude out into the universe for whatever it is that you're thankful for. Thank you all for joining me through this practice. The light me bows, honors, and reflects the beautiful light in all of you. Namaste. I want to have a special thanks for the RIM Foundation, who is sponsoring our adaptive yoga program. The information to